chopper.
Everybody know, man. You hear, you watch it, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
The chopper.
Or one of them, like a Ritz, you know, like a nice Ritz.
Yeah. Like a nice
Ritz. The chopper.
Hello, everybody. How you doing? It's your boy, Coach Lee. Happy Taco Tuesday to you, man. Do we got a show in store for y'all tonight? Got a little bit of surprise for you. Bringing in some new blood for the night, man. We're going to have a little fun. Great show as always. 3 days away from the weekend. Back at it like we're mad at it. Let's get the crew up in this mofo, man. First off, he took the bag off his head from last night. So maybe you're feeling a little bit better today. But, man, how did the L taste? Let's get my boy up in here, man. My brother, Chili Will, a.k.a. Patriots fan.
Ew, I left that in from yesterday. I didn't even want to leave that up there. I'm glad only y'all can see it. I don't even want people to know that right now.
How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. How you doing today?
Chilling like a mad villain, fam. Chilling.
Right, man. We got a show on tap, huh?
Absolutely.
I can't wait. So let's not wait any longer. Let's get my man in here, my brother from another mother. Came up hooping together. That's my guy. Meta. What?
Hey, hello! Hey,
He had the bag.
he went paper yesterday. It went plastic, baby. You know what I'm saying? Man, after all that, what's going on, everybody? Chop up Tuesday. Put some hot sauce on that taco, man. We here tonight, man. Fellas, we are here. You know what I'm saying? And I brought something with me. You know what I'm saying? Brought me some nice old-fashioned coffee cake. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Boston's Coffee Cakes, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll show y'all.
Good coffee cake, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's been all right day, man. You know, how y'all been?
Stay with the props. I love it.
Yeah, man. You know, definitely.
Yeah, mama.
Tonight, hey, what's going on? Mama, what's going on with you? Happy holidays, first off. Happy holidays to everybody. You know, as we kick off the holidays, the verge to the New Year's, you know, so don't come with us with no resolution shit, all right? We don't hear all that. No. Come over here and watch this show. Come over here and watch the podcast. Like and subscribe. We don't want to hear no resolutions, man, because we'll say our viewer base, in terms of age, you've went through resolutions, you either done it or you haven't.
Hey, Miss Marie.
How life is. What's going on, Marie, girl? Texans rolling.
Hello,
you know what I'm saying? How you doing? Hey, you ready to adopt, mama? You ready to adopt? Because we got another kid in here tonight. You might want to adopt them after the show. So we'll see. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of children here. You know what I'm saying? But we love you all. So, like I said, man, shout out, like, share, and subscribe, man. STWF TV. We hit.
Well, yo, who's that other man? Who we bringing in?
Who's the third man? Who's the fourth man? Sorry, the fourth man.
The fourth horseman. You got to bring in Tully Blanchard.
If it was up to him, he would just come in. But we can't do that tonight. We have to be proper in this world, you know? First off, I'm going to call him the number one STWF fan in the world.
I agree with that.
All around.
I agree with that. Absolutely.
Guy's a personal friend of ours, you know. At times, you know, he may hit us up like a chick, but hey, and all is all spirit.
That's because he got love for us.
I want to bring in newly named Hall of Famer, the Georgia Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Now, I don't even know a Hall of Famer that I've interviewed before. We don't even know.
No, this
Hall of Famer.
This is our first Hall of Famer right here.
Football players. We interviewed actors, actresses, Peter Guns. Still all that. I'm bringing my man with the Georgia plan. Give me a peach. My guy Chris Vick in the building. What's the word with you, man?
Hello, everybody.
What's going on, man?
How you doing?
Okay. You like this Bengals?
Oh, yeah. We see the Bengals.
Oh, you see the Bengals representing, man. Definitely. Chris is a Cincinnati Bengals fan. Great win last night, first off.
Yeah, it was an ugly game, but, you know, we got to win. had to go to overtime.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yo,
so, man, appreciate you, man.
It looked like Burrow was out there still the way he was playing.
Yeah, he played good.
Was he 24 for 27, something crazy? Yeah, he was going crazy. It was a good game.
Look like Chris last night. My God.
Yeah, Jake got 300 yards and Trevor Lawrence went out, so hopefully he won't be out for the whole year for Jacksonville fans.
Listen early, man. If his name was Midnight, he wouldn't have got hurt last night. You know what I'm saying? That's my feelings on it. But hey, man, Chris, man, the man right here, man. Appreciate you first off for taking the invitation and saying yes to it. You know,
yeah, I appreciate it. I'm really touched. I'm really touched to be on, so I appreciate it.
Chris literally has been asking every single day. He asks every day. He might see people that guest. He's like, "Where's my opportunity?" So I said, "It's the holidays, man." Yeah. So a little holiday cheer from the crew, you know, and getting you in here. And like I said, we appreciate everything you do for the group. We appreciate everything that you're gonna do for the group in the future, you know, because there is a future, you know. And hey, and I hope everybody's doing good, family and all that, man.
Bengals fan, hope he's not an avid gambler. Shout out to my little brother, man.
I can't win crap off the draft teams. I can't get nothing more than $2.
He can't get nothing in Georgia. He's just a Bengals fan. He's just a Bengals fan, bro. Shout out to you, man. Indeed. So, Chris, man, hey, we have viewers here tonight, you know, and they bless us, you know, each and every time we're here. And you're here with us tonight, so we want to know a little bit about yourself, man. You know, we know that you're a Hall of Famer, you know what I'm saying, in the wrestling world, you know, and I hope Vince McMahon gives you that trophy, but man, let us know a little bit about yourself.
Well, my real name is Chris Simonson, and I've been a Bengals fan since '88. Reggie Williams, linebacker, that's how I became a Bengals fan. Not when everybody thinking of when Brian Pillman, the wrestler, was a dang Bengals fan. The hell with that crap. But yeah, Reggie Williams, my favorite linebacker of all time. Back in 1998, I got in this professional wrestling thing because I failed my physical, try to set up for the military, and just figure out that I want to do something with my life. So once I failed my physical, I got in this wrestling, and it's been up and down, and it's been a real blessing. Lost a lot of close friends, especially my brother from another mother a couple of weeks ago. So if it wasn't for him, I'd probably be dead a long time ago. I would have missed my friend, and I made a lot of you name it, I've probably been in the ring with them. A lot of famous wrestling stars, and this is funny, but I ain't even been in the ring with a dang porno star, Ron Jeremy, in this wrestling business. So
Ron Jeremy, the Hedgehog?
Yeah. Ron Jeremy was in a couple matches from what I heard. You know, just an all-around entertainer, man, you know?
So, and then I got into doing backgrounds, movie roles, and then I got into a rap video with 21 Savage. So that was really cool when we done that in Atlanta back in 2018. So
hey, yo, what? Hold on. Ew.
He just gonna drop that and slide back.
Like a video?
Yeah, but what pissed me off most is we spent 6 hours in downtown Atlanta doing that filming, and then when I told everybody at my job when I was working at the hospital they about to release the video, and then when I was at my job washing dishes, I yelled the biggest F word to the whole hospital. It sounds like it. I said, I'll be damned. They had deleted that scene and put this other thing that they had nothing to do with that money account song or whatever it was. They had nothing, no bank robbery or whatever. They have nothing to do with it. But hey, I got paid for it. But I was hoping for that because the white woman that was with, she was fine. but I was.
Yeah, another advocate, Chris. Hey, Chris loves the ladies, man. Definitely agree, man. But hey, Chris, you said you refereed, man. So you said you had a chance to referee a lot of wrestlers matches.
Yeah,
So
I'm sorry. Like in my uncle, you know, we got some bad love-hate relationship. We're all a family, but my uncle got me into it, and then I got into with this guy named Nightmare Ted Allen that helped train Vick Bossman, Arn Anderson, a lot of famous people, and then another guy, and they got my name Spanky. When I first started, his name is Lee Thomas. Got me my first wrestling job in 1999. So when people say wrestling is fake, yes, we know who's gonna, win and lose before you go out there, but it's more real because the miles you put in, the soreness, the sick, because it don't matter if I'm sick or hurt, I still go out there, and I wrestle. I just put a lot of time in it. I put so much in this wrestling business than getting a relationship or getting married or my dumb butt 3 months before I finished high school, I quit school just to get in this wrestling. That's probably the biggest mistake of my career, of my life. But I try to do good things and, make a living. And if I have to go back, I will not change a thing. I'm just thankful this wrestling business has changed my life, because if it wasn't for the wrestling business, I'd probably be dead.
Look at that.
Doing something stupid.
I thought I loved wrestling. I thought I loved wrestling, man.
Yeah,
for real.
I love wrestling, but did wrestling save your life? No.
Wrestling did not save. Well, actually, wrestling did save my life, man. But not in the case of like Chris. You know what I'm saying? Chris was literally in it. You know what I'm saying? You working with guys that's on the way up. You know what I'm saying? You're working in the South. Great business for wrestling and all, man. So, are you currently wrestling? Or are you retired? Are you still playing? Or
was my accident when I got hit by the 18 wheeler, okay. And then about 8 months later, I had an accident at my job that I was in Atlanta hospital last year. I'm currently retired, and I lost off and on through my career. Sometimes I get out of it, sometimes I get back into it. But no offense to anybody out there. The business has changed a lot because I'm very old school, and I just hate the way it's going. And I just don't see myself getting back into it because it's no fun in it anymore. I mean, my body feels it, but with my diabetes and everything I got going on, I just I miss it. I don't miss the wrestlers. I don't miss the promotions. I don't miss the guy that pay you. What I miss the most is the fans, because if it wasn't for the fans, there would be nobody. There would be nobody in WWE or the AEW bullcrap organization. That's just my opinion of AEW, but if it wasn't for the fans, there would not be none of us, and I really miss the fans.
Definitely, the fans have definitely the biggest say so, man, in terms of everything in wrestling, man. More nowadays, definitely, to when is that. But you referee, man, and like I said, man, you deal with a lot of stuff. Have you ever drew blood in the wrestling ring? Has somebody physically attacked you for you to draw blood? I want to ask you that question. It's random, but
yeah, I do the butcher.
I'll do the butcher.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll do the butcher.
Yep, and I got a match for that.
Yeah,
that's Will. That guy is, that guy is scary. But and another guy, let's see, a local wrestler named the Freak, Dean Christian, the one of the guys that brought me in, gave me some blood, and Yeah, it's Will Blood, and ain't no dang cow shows. I tell you that for sure. But it's Will Blood, and let's see who else. I have to say another local guys in Tennessee named Tank and Iceboard. Willie beat my butt every week, every Saturday night when we was doing weekly wrestling from 2004 to 2006. Every Saturday night at Delos Music Park, I always getting beat up by them. And yeah, so those guys, they always look out for me. But when you go home, especially this one night, my mom got really upset once. She almost came to the ring, and he goes,
Not my
"Make sure
baby.
you tell, yeah, make sure you tell your mama that you're okay." And I said, "I ain't gonna smarten up my mom. I ain't gonna tell her I'm okay. I'm gonna let her think I'm hurt."
And she gonna
come with some whooping ass.
So yeah, so I'm just, and then I met my only girlfriend to this day. I met her at wrestling, and another thing too, I'm so passionate about wrestling is like I keep it real clean, but they just when I finally had my first ever girlfriend in my life, and when it's time for finally hook up with a girlfriend, I took a night off from wrestling this one night, and then when I got told by my buddy of mine that the guy that was running the show told the ring announcer to make an announcement to the live audience that referee Spanky Emerson's not here tonight because last night he lost his virginity. And here's another story that I could keep it real clean. This one night I got hold in the match, and it was like a 15-minute intermission, and I went to the back and I asked some of the guys for a pain pill. Well, I didn't pay no attention to the pain pill. I just took it because I was the only referee, and I had a referee 5 more matches by myself. So when I took the pain pill, I went out there. Well, they didn't give me a pain pill. They gave me a brood pill. They gave me Bagler. And I couldn't go down. I couldn't go down and make it count all the way. And
that's the hardest 3 count you ever done did.
Yeah, and I can tell you. One more, and then if anybody got questions about my matches, but I can tell you another thing too. How I first started back in 1999. They would call me Spanky, but I was I think it was my first match, big show, and I went down to make it count, and I go 1, 2. I got up, everybody was laughing at me. I'm like, okay. Well, the guy that was running the show, named Loverboy Lee Thomas, came running out of the curtain. "Hey, you dumbass! Hey, look! Well, my zipper was down, and you know what was falling out my zipper.
Wow!
So when I came back the next week, but here's the funny part about that: it was supposed to be a TV taping, and
bad luck, huh?
And so without my glasses, I couldn't, I was so used to walking around the ring without my glasses. Well, I didn't know there was a guy standing on the ring apron with a camera, doing a taping of the matches. And I was putting my junk back in place in front of the camera. So when I came back,
USA.
So when I came back,
where's my camera? Which one's mine? That one? Okay.
Yeah, so when I came back next week, they said, "You're ready for this match. It's Spanky Monkey."
That's funny.
So that's how I got my name Spanky, and I went to Larry DeBonte. So this one guy called me a dang porno wrestling name, Larry DeBonte, and then I went to Spanky Emerson, and then then I went to Chris Vick because the reason I changed it to Chris Vick because when I retired one time, my buddy of mine told me, "Why don't you come back to it?" And I said, "No, I hate it so much." And he goes, "Well, do something." I said, "Well, I'll come back for one reason. I pay tribute to my mom." So my mom's name is Vicky, and she was always my number one fan. So I took the E and an I off of it. So Chris Vick came around for about 2 years. So that's basically how I started 22 years ago. And then I met my best buddy of mine, Cicero, Doc Gabriel. How we've been friends for 20 years. He accidentally knocked me out. So that's how we started our unbelievable. So that's just a little bit opening, introduce myself to everybody that don't know Chris Vick or Spanky. So that's just a little bit opening of who I am.
My man, Spanky.
Appreciate you, man. Definitely, man. And be real. Hey, we here. We all wax.
Yeah.
We always got to put the beep, beep, beep a few times, but
he's good. He's
you
good.
were in comedy, man, and you just gave us a life of a referee that we probably don't even know. They're pranking on the referees. Should have known that, but I mean, they pranking you, give you the pill, you go out there, and then But in all, man, hey, your referee is something I love. Coach and Will grew up loving. Don't really watch a lot now. Like you said, the business has changed a lot. Yeah. From the glory days.
And another thing too that gets me so upset, I'm not gonna mention his name, but it's this local referee guy in Georgia, young kid. It's good referee, but the fans don't pay to see the referees; they pay to see the wrestlers. And the referee, and he comes out there with ring music, ring intro, and then you got the wrestlers in the ring ready to wrestle, and you're thinking, well, we can't wrestle yet because this damn ego referee wants to have a ring intro. And I'm thinking, damn, the business has changed a lot. But no matter how
business has changed, definitely. I went to a couple live events, and that's how it is now.
Yeah, and it's like, whatever happened to old school, because it's still old school, still, no matter what, it's a business. It's what's making money. And Seth, what was so funny is Seth Rollins from WWE calling CM Punk a hypocrite. Well, I look at Seth Rollins as a hypocrite now because he would say, yeah, but, CM Punk is back in WWE, but I bet you money if Seth Rollins wants to make that WWE money now, I get in the ring with CM Punk, and you're thinking, yeah, but you talk so bad about CM Punk, but you want to be a hypocrite just to make that money. So just shut up. I'm happy CM Punk is back. Don't get me wrong. But everybody just needs to shut up and just realize that it's all about money. CM Punk has got a good name.
Man got both merchandise sales. He's number one in merchandising sales in the WWE, not even 2 weeks back. And he's number one in merchandise sales in AEW, which he got fired from.
Yeah, and then another guy named WWE Ryback.
Ryback.
Yeah, he gets on there and talk about, well, if CM Punk comes back, I will retire and all this crap. And you're thinking, yeah, but if WWE was to call you back right now and say, hey, would you come back and work CM Punk? And Ryback would say, yeah, I'd do it for the money. And you're thinking, what a big see, it's all about the measurements. But yeah, this business has changed a lot. And I just wish a lot of referees would loan their price. I mean, this is old school. Just do what the promoter tells you. Don't kiss no butts to get this. If you don't get this match that you want, just look at it like, well, whatever matches they put me in, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna do a million times better than that match that you didn't put me in. And I just wish that a lot of these wrestlers quit making themselves look like superstars because you're taking away from the wrestlers. And I just wish that, yes, the business has changed, and I know Holly.
Aubrey Edwards is hot, though. I can take a female referee. I'm not mad at that. I can take a female.
I see her work, but she needs to. I'm watching what I say, but she needs to she needs to get to WWE and let people see how those WWE referees, because the female referees in WWE are really good. She's just trying to get in that dang spotlight, and I'm thinking, she is not really. I mean, she's a good referee. Don't get me wrong, but stuff that she's doing. I mean, you can't really blame her. You got to blame the promotion, Tony. Because whatever you put out there, then if you're gonna let your wrestlers and the wrestlers run, run all over you and run over your company, then you can't blame the wrestlers or the wrestlers. You got to blame the promotion. And I just wish that she would leave AEW and go be a real referee and get to WWE, and so. I mean, she's a beautiful, beautiful lady, but I just wish that she would leave AEW and go to WWE where the money is. Because people.
Oh, man. Chris over here blocked. Oh, he back in here. Okay. Let's get you back in here. Hey, Chris Vick over here in the building with us. We know down south this connection problems. It's all good, man. We know.
He just said all of the South internet's bad.
Well, the internet connection might be bad because I'm on here when the hell might be freezing up, I guess.
Hey, but Chris, man, I got an interesting list.
Tabs open.
We got an interesting list tonight, man. We spoke a little bit about your referee career, and we spoke about a few referees and referees you feel, just more for themselves now and all that. But hey, got a list of 15 professional referees, man. And hey, this is a list of professional referees of all time. So I'm just gonna go down the list. If you got something to say, any of you guys about the referee, you can shout it. It will go down the list.
Shout out to Josh, man. They let him out of Facebook jail, bro.
Josh out of Facebook jail. Now you get your Little J's Donuts. We need Little J's Donuts. Been missing you, man. On the block.
Got you.
Right? So we're gonna go down. We're gonna go down to up in terms of the listing. This one right here, Brad Armstrong. If I'm not mistaken, the father of the Road Dogg.
Yes. Who do you say again?
Brad Armstrong.
Yeah, Brad Armstrong. Yeah, Brad Armstrong is the father of Bullet Bob Armstrong.
Bullet Bob Armstrong. Okay.
So you got Bullet Bob, you got Scott Armstrong, who used to be a referee and a wrestler and an agent for WWE, and then you got Road Dogg DX, and then you got Steve Armstrong, who used to be the Young Pistols back in WCW the early days, and I was very close friends with all the Armstrong family, and they consider me family, and I even went to Bullet Bob's Armstrong funeral that was in Florida a couple of years back, and then also Brad Armstrong, man, that guy was lots of talent. But Scott Armstrong, referee, and a damn good referee.
Definitely. We have Jimmy Corderas. He was a SmackDown referee for a bit. I think in the mid 2000s, maybe like early 2000s, mid 2000s.
No, he was a referee his early days back in the 80s.
Jimmy?
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
I think WrestleMania 4. I think he probably made his. I could be wrong, but he made his debut. He took a big old fall from the honky tonk man, got beat up. Jimmy Hart. So Jimmy Cornette go way back with WWE, and I'll be honest with you, a lot of these young kids out there needs to get a hold of Jimmy. They get a phone call, and Jimmy could probably straighten up probably about 80% of referees' egos. Then they call Jimmy.
We have here. I skipped one. The young Hebner, Brian Hebner. We know the Hebner family.
Yeah, Brian Hebner and his dad and uncle. The Hebners are damn good referee. And I met Brian at it was my funny story. I travel I thought I was going to get a TNA wrestling tryout match, but I was told Old Help No was not happy about showing the pay, and I was like, well, can you just let me wrestle in one match? So Dixie Carter felt bad about it because my birthday. So she goes. So when we got down there, she gave Simon Diamond gave me free tickets, for me just traveling all the way down there. And broke my heart though, because I was hoping to wrestle at the Macon Coliseum when the NWO was born, when Scott Hall show up. But and I met Brian Helpner and Old Helpner for the first time. But I was upset, but I was hoping, and I told him, I said, you know what, just I would wrestle you for nothing, just get a look at. So, but Old Helpner didn't want me to. I was told they didn't want me to wrestle because they had him and his son. So, so that was a fun night of me and both of the Helpner boys.
Hey man, hey, this next man on the list though, you gonna go 1-on-1 tonight with the Undertaker. And my God,
Teddy Long, I love
Teddy Long.
I love Teddy Long. You can Teddy Long loves me to death, and I can't say nothing about Teddy now. He loses to get in trouble. Now it wasn't Teddy's fault that I took that blue pill. Cause Teddy Long got in trouble with WWE for selling Viagra, so it wasn't his fault that night. But yeah, Teddy Long, he needs to get off his butt and write a book. That's all I can say about Teddy.
Teddy Long, he's a dog, man. Went from the referee position, was the GM of SmackDown. You know what I'm saying? Showing his entertainment side. What a great citizen, man. Another one here, Tim White.
Andre the Giant, buddy. Tim Wright. I always travel with Andre the Giant. Tim Wright was a good wrestler. I just didn't like how WWE. I mean, he was doing it for a paycheck, but I just didn't like how WWE had him do like suicide, gimmicks. Y'all don't remember that.
He passed away, right?
Yeah, but
okay.
Yeah, but on storyline WWE, they was making Tim Wright doing like anything like a storyline how you in your life or whatever, like getting electrocuted or taking pills or this. But yeah, Tim, there was you can probably look that up on WWE, YouTube. But
you got a dark,
but Tim Wright's a good wrestler.
Moving on up.
Going on up, man. We going up on the list. Charles Robinson, believe is next on the list.
Little Nate.
Lil Nate, definitely.
I haven't had
that right in the closet.
Yeah, I talked
something about every one of these guys. This is wild.
Yeah, I have a talk with him maybe once in a while on Facebook, but I'm still waiting the day that I can meet Little Nate, and I'll be a kid in the candy stores. I can meet Little Nate.
That's what's up.
Charlie. It's Little Nate. Does Ric Flair accept him for having that name?
Little Nate. That's funny.
I think he did because the way I look at it is Ric Flair would probably be like, yes, I could get a little bit of money out of it. You could call your name Little Nate. I don't care. I'll throw some money my way.
We have here this man right here, one of the first referees I've ever seen. And we'll get to David in a second, but I got to get to the next man. The next man on the list I got to bring here. I'm sorry for jumping the list, but this man right here defined early refereeing for me. And he was a Hawk Foundation member. You know what I'm saying? Danny Davis.
Yeah, the heel gimmick. When they wanted him to be a wrestler, and that was a real good heel. WrestleMania 3 was him, the Hall Foundation against Tito Santana and I forgot. The Buddhist Bulldogs.
Yeah, the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Danny Davis went over. So that was a good heel Danny Davis was a good hero rusher, a good gimmick.
You familiar with David Manning?
Yes, and I can't say nothing bad about him. The World Class Championship Wrestling days. The Bon Alex. They're about to make a movie coming out.
Yep, the
And,
Von
David-
movie
yeah,
coming out
wait,
soon.
yeah. I can't
You going to
wait,
see it,
man.
Chris?
Go to see it.
Not
Yeah,
tomorrow, but probably Sunday when I get bored of my Bengals against the Colts game.
No,
We got here Jack Doan.
Jack Doan, that guy, another good wrestler, especially WrestleMania 17. He was like running so fast and he almost slide in the ring with Scott Hall against Stone Cold
Stone
Steve
Cold?
Austin. He was sliding and almost slide out almost out of the ring, but luckily Kevin Nash stopped him and gave him an elbow drop. So Jack Doan, I think he probably came in WWE about 94 era. So Jack Doan, damn good wrestler.
Definitely. We got here Joseph Morella.
Oh, the main event, WrestleMania 3 wrestler, and Gorilla Monsoon's son, and it broke Gorilla Monsoon's heart when Jody passed away in a car wreck. And a damn good wrestler, damn good. And I'm gonna be out there. If there was a
Short lived, 30 years old.
Yeah, but it's WWE. They could put who they want in it, but I just wish that they would put. I know they put wrestlers in the Hall of Fame, but Jody should have been the main one. Jody should be
just off that match in general. Just off the Andre Hulk match in general. Everybody should take Hall of Fame stats.
Yeah, somebody needs to give him. Somebody needs to give him credit, not only for him but his family and the old Gorilla Monsoon, father and son. Because when Jody passed away, I keep on hearing stories that almost killed Gorilla, because he loves his son so much.
Definitely, he fell asleep at the wheel after WWF TV taping.
Yeah, sleeping at the wheel. That had
New Jersey Turnpike.
That had happened to me in my personal life, especially one from wrestling and then also my day job at the time. But sleeping at the wheel, it's not fun, especially when you see 18-wheeler coming your way.
Definitely not. Hey, this man here next on the list got that hail in him, man. One of my favorite guys, man. Nick Patrick.
Oh, Nick Patrick, I love him. We talk every day on Facebook. We talk so much.
Can you give me his Facebook? I want his Facebook too. Tell him to follow us.
Yeah, I send everybody y'all stuff on link, and they probably get tired of me bugging. How much I bug y'all? They probably get tired of me bugging them to, join their group. But yeah, I just damn it, I love Nick Patrick.
He was the member of the NWO.
Yeah, and when I do my speech for my Hall of Fame, my top two wrestlers is Pee Wee Randy Anderson #1, and then Nick Patrick #2. And I love Nick Patrick. Not that kind of way, but I respect the man so much.
That's why he's the goddamn man. We got next Tommy Young. OG Tommy.
Number three on my list. There was this, I tell you, probably about 3 years ago. She passed away now, but for years, I was everybody on Facebook. I couldn't just get my birthday wishes for Tommy Young to give me a call. And 3 years ago, her name is Cindy, and she passed away. And she was like an old Mid-Atlantic NWA wrestling fan. And Tommy Young called me on my birthday, and I told him I was marking out on the phone, but I would just, Kenny still Tommy Young. I just, as it wasn't for him, then I probably won't be in the business, because I look at my career as Tommy Young. I always want to be that Tommy Young, and I think a lot of people out here are forgetting about the time and the work that Tommy Young has put in, and I just think that everybody needs to go back to school and watch Tommy Young.
Nice.
Definitely, and referee for both primetime organizations back then.
You got them both.
WWE.
You got them both in under a decade too.
Right. So, like you said, Chris, he definitely was a guy that was there. You know what I'm saying? There was swag all around him. You know what I'm saying? He had that. This man though, here, next on the list, Mike Chioda.
Mike Chioda, one of the best. It sucks on him that, as a fan, he spent part about maybe almost 30 years and part about maybe 6 months or 5 months. I couldn't get to my time, but I just wish that WWE could have let him finish out his career with WWE. He's always been with WWE, and I think that WWE should let him finish his 30 years, but that didn't happen. But I'm glad that he got to wrestle. I think it was last year. Supposedly, Ric Flair's last match in Nashville, Tennessee, with WWE SummerSlam was there. So a lot of wrestlers in the AEW or whatever.
Another interesting fact about this guy,
Mike Chioda. You get a hold of Mike Chioda, and you can learn Mike.
He was supposed to referee. He was supposed to be the guy to pin for Sean to win, and he was supposed to be the referee of the Montreal School job. After Earl Hebner during the match, he was unconscious, but then he had got up and ended up calling the bell. Me and Will, I'm a Brett guy. I love Brett. Respect Sean. Same with Will, but opposite. He loves Sean, respects Brett. And we go through this, and who was the best? So we're going to ask you, Chris. Who's the better wrestler? Shawn Michaels or the Hitman Bret Hart? Let me ask you right on wax.
You want my honest opinion?
Yep.
The hell with Shawn Michaels. Bret Hart all the way.
And that's it for our friendship. Oh man! So you got a bad Shawn Michaels story? Because I still want to hear that.
No, I don't got a Shawn Michaels story, but I just I take that back. My last WrestleMania trip that I went with my brother from another sister was probably the best match at WrestleMania that I saw live. It beat the WrestleMania 24 Ric Flair's last match, but the Shawn Michaels against the Undertaker in Houston, Texas, that me and my buddy went. That was really cool.
One of the best matches of all time, WrestleMania history. Hell yeah! That was the first match, correct, or second? Because they had two. They had two Mania matches. Was that the second? The first Mania match, correct?
That was the first one. Yeah, WrestleMania 25 was the first one. But the Undertaker, I think it was WrestleMania 24. I think he was in a three-way. I think I take that back. Undertaker was with somebody on 24 and then 25th.
I think he fought Mark Henry. I think he had Mark Henry.
That's right. Because what was so funny about that? People would. No, that was wrong, Chris, because when WrestleMania 24, people was booing Batista and Umaga match so bad, and people was running to the restrooms. Well, I did. I got bored with that match, but I was running to the restrooms. I was like, and but the WrestleMania 25 entrance of Shawn Michaels coming down as that God, that was really cool seeing that, and seeing the Undertaker. I mean, I don't know what it is for the wrestlers or referees, but as a fan, when you in the arena and the Undertaker's entrance, it gives you goosebumps.
Hey, I've never been to an event where Undertaker was there. I wish I would. It's great that you was able to see that. Rest in peace. Hey, we got the next two, and we're gonna play this Undertaker music. We're gonna say rest in peace. Oh yeah, Stern. My God, Pringle, Percy Pringle, my God, Paul Bearer. These two right here, we're gonna put them in a duo right here because they're brothers. And they're happy. Give me a high five.
I can.
The Hetlers.
Yeah, that was really cool. The Indianapolis. Let's say what was it? Saturday night main event. The double switch, Hogan and Andre to set up WrestleMania 4. So, yeah, that was the Help North Brothers. I was always, but I just wish people would leave him alone about the WrestleMania screw job, and I'm 50-50 on that because I just think that the screw job was a work. I just don't think it was real because how can Bret Hart do the WCW? Sign on WWE TV. But that's just my personal opinion. I just think that.
Yeah, I mean, people say a lot about that, but people know. But people know. But that night, he was still in a situation where he was already going to WCW. So that night, basically, what Bret replied, Bret didn't want to lose in his hometown. He said he was good the next night. And they basically wanted he wanted that title gone. Vince wanted that title gone. Vince is like, hell no. I'm not going to have you do the shit with WCW because I know Eric Bischoff's probably planting the seed, which, I mean, at the end of the day, he wasn't. But that thing right there, man, like you said, Earl, of course, the referee in the match. And,
there's part about 3 other quick story. Let's see. Another guy that referee for World Class. He wrote a book. His name is James Beard. James Bill. Good referee. You got Pee Wee Wayne Anderson. Yeah, I just love beer. I just love my time as a referee, and we all get old, and I just miss it. I miss it, but I want to get back into it. I mean, just the way it is, and yeah. So I appreciate the referees bringing out referees. My personal opinion of them, but yeah, Pee Wee. I forgot one more. I had it in my mind. That just came back in my mind. Smoky Mountain Wrestling Days. Mark Curtis.
I don't know the name. My mama would scream during that shit. I didn't really know a lot about it.
That was Jim Cornette, baby. When I call baby, his organization. Jim Cornette had Smoky Mountain Wrestling. So Mark Curtis was the bomb.
That's what's up.
So these two were.
Hey man, that's Tuquan's topic tonight. Top referees, man. Happy that you was able to, and you guys as well, man, able to chime in.
Yeah,
for real.
I know them Hebners. I didn't really recognize any of the refs because I guess I didn't focus on the refs when I was watching back then. But I knew both Hebner faces like right away. The minute I saw them, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember them dudes.
It seemed like at one point, Hebner was. All right, shout out to DreamCon Wrestling, man. You know what I'm saying?
That was good.
What's going on with you?
Have they been? I don't think they've been in here before.
Nope, they've not been in here before. See, Chris, what you doing, man? You generating viewership. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to you, man.
DreamCon Wrestling.
What's up, nephew? How you doing?
Absolutely.
Go with you. Is that a wrestling promotion? Now I want to ask.
Oh, okay.
Okay, shout out to Chris Sims in the building. Hey, we out here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, shout out to it, man. Real talk. STWF Chop Up Tuesday. And we're going to get on to the next chop up topic.
We're going to roll right into this bad boy. You know, as Tu said earlier, I'm an old school wrestling fan. I probably started watching wrestling like around about 2001, 2002 on a regular basis. Like, up to that point in time, I didn't miss anything. I was there, ready to watch, ready to go. So my knowledge is not as vast as y'all's, but when it comes to the throwback, I'm in it to win it. So we're gonna look at the 25 most influential wrestlers of the 80s.
Okay.
So when you think about that, so I know Tu, where was you born to? Like in 86, something like that?
I was 88, so I got to catch the late, more the early 90s type of person when it came to wrestling. But before you start, my first intellect of wrestling was Warrior Hogan, Mania 6. Yeah. That was the first wrestling thing I've seen. And it was on VHS. You know, it wasn't live, but it was fire. Just from the graphic of the design of the HVS. I was always a guy that loved the VHS, like the tapes and the design. Mm-hmm. Wrestling design for me was always like key too. But yeah.
I had, was it Starcade, or I had a WCW event called something Wars, and they had the double cages. I had all those on
War Games.
War Games, and then American Bash, I think, was another one.
Yep, Great American Bash.
Great American Bash. I had those from like 86, like 85, 86. I had those VHSs too. I wish I knew where they were. I'd watch them right now.
I know, right?
Well, I got some in my closet.
That man's a historian over there, man.
I ain't got no wrestling figures right there.
Oh, he got him. That's the big ring too. Don't be fooled, folks. That's the big ring. I know the ring.
And then I got a lot of
number 25.
Ooh.
25.
Go ahead, Chris.
No, I'm just counting down 25. I'm also counting wrestling in the 80s. It's just hard to on my phone. It's hard to see the letters.
You gonna pull it up?
Gotcha. I guess I should. I ain't added backstage and shit. I'm like,
yo, did he forget it there? I can do it.
I did.
Nick Bockwinkel, the AWA champion. Him and Colt Hannon had some damn good matches.
Bockwinkel, that's a name.
And then it pissed off a lot of people off because Hulk Hogan never won. He never wanted the belt because AWA Bulgaria wanted to take away Hulk Hogan's Japanese money. So every time they were trying to put the belt on Hogan, they get Nick Bockwinkel. Hogan said, no, So they always screw the fans and get them some kind of, BS finish. So Nick Bockwinkel, oh my God, that guy is a great old school technician.
They say he was a prototype for being the arrogant and confident world champion.
Yes.
Give me Bob Backlund vibes.
Chicken wing. I don't want to see chicken wing. My man Brett seen that too many times.
For like 20 minutes, he was in a chicken wing. It was unbelievable. I couldn't believe how long they ran that bit. I'm like, yo, okay, we get it, but like, what are y'all doing?
Psychotic guy Backlund that.
So number 24 is definitely near and dear to your boy's heart.
Uh-oh.
Y'all know him as a Texas Tornado.
I'm about to say he's gonna be a Texas.
Kerry Von Erich.
Kerry Von Erich.
Oh, man, I tell you, I don't want to mention the tragedy, but the family of that, it just breaks your heart.
Yep. Yes, it does.
And I just think they were just the 80s. I mean, you could get away with more back in the day, like the drugs, the girls that you sleep with or what. But I just think that, I mean, you couldn't do it today with all the stuff goes on today. But Kerry Von Erich, and do y'all know that he accidentally lost his foot in a motorcycle accident?
I heard about this, yeah.
And he had I just don't understand how in the hell he still put that damn boot on and wrestle.
Definitely a smaller boot, probably.
So Kerry Von Erich, and I tell you what, don't matter all the SummerSlam matches, they would never get a pop from the crowd that he got the pop when he finally won the that belt at SummerSlam 1991 at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Just listen to that pop.
Yeah, they loved him, man. He was one of the most beloved wrestlers. That family got more tragedy handed to them than the Kennedys.
Yeah, you can definitely rival it to that.
Yeah, they're very similar in terms of just greatness and also tragedy.
Tragedy, yeah. I think Kevin just moved back to the States recently.
I'm just happy Kevin's still alive, honestly.
Well, States, back to the continental U.S. He's been living in Hawaii the whole time.
Yeah, I'm surprised about that, Kevin. But Kevin never really got into the drugs. I mean, he did, but never got to the hardcore stuff like everybody else did. But Kevin, he's a soul survivor. I mean, you gotta get that guy props.
Absolutely.
Prince wrote, check out Magnificent Maliko. He's an amazing wrestler who wrestles with a prosthetic. Oh, all right, yeah. I'm gonna have to see that.
Magnificent Maliko. I'm gonna look him up.
The Oscar Pistorius of wrestling, huh?
Number 23, Jerry the King Lawler.
Absolutely.
I got a funny story to tell you about.
Let's go.
King.
Let's get it.
Okay.
Let's get it on.
Well, I ain't gonna say negative about the King on one thing, because in the 80s you can get away with some of the underage girls,
Oh boy.
Oh man, Jerry's out. No, that's true too. Because just like 4 years ago, he had a young chick he was messing with.
But let's say it was in 2008. Bardassa, excuse my language, my speech, but Bardassa, Georgia, is like right on the Georgia and the Florida line, and I got to be in the ring with Jerry the King Lawler, and I got that on DVD here, and they told me that they want me to take a fall from the King, and I said, cool, no problem. And I don't know if y'all saw my picture for him, but I had to clean my nose out and hurry up and took a photo of him because he was leaving straight from the airport to I think Colorado the next day for Raw when he was doing the commentator. But anyway, I took a fall, a corner, like an elbow shot, and Jerry the King Lawler accidentally bust my nose. And when we got to the back, the King goes, "I'm sorry for busting your nose." I said, "I don't give a damn." I said, "You're the King." That was a funny story with the King of accidentally busting my nose.
That's hilarious.
That is good.
Jerry.
22, Stan Hansen.
The guy that I want to meet so bad in my life, I just respect the guy because you want to not piss him off. There's a match on YouTube when there's some stuff in the wrestling business that we try to keep kayfabe, and there was this Japanese wrestler. It's on YouTube. I got to find that video, but I thought it was funny. But never hit Stan Hansen so hard because if you do, you're gonna piss him off. And I gotta find that video, send it to you. But Stan Hansen, he really went off in that match. That was in Japan, and Stan Hansen, I still, damn it, I just wish I had the opportunity to meet him because I would. Another guy would be the King, and the King would start to meet Stan Hansen.
Looks like a wild boy. I know that.
Robert
this is my I love these dudes.
I love these dudes. They're my brother from another. They're my Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson.
Yep.
Loves me. They loves me a lot, especially Robert because every time I'm in the ring with him, tell you a little funny story. He always kept me off guard. He always tell me, "Oh, Spanky, your zipper was down," and I was looking. And then he goes, "Hey, there's some fat girl in the front row. She's on a period or something like that." He would say stuff to you. He would say stuff to you. You crack up, then I got this one picture. I know that y'all saw it, but I just love Robert a lot, and I had to hug him. And I told that one kid in the back, "Hey, take this photo with me." So I got me hugging Robert Gibson. But I just love and I'm proud. I'm so proud of Ricky Morton's son that I hear, because I remember when little Ricky was a little kid, and but yeah, if it wasn't for tag team wrestling, a lot of these tag team guys out there, they didn't learn a lot from Ricky, because Ricky and Robert put their life into this wrestling. I think a lot of guys still today can learn a lot from Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, how to work a babyface tag team match.
Right, and a tag team too. You see a lot of guys, like, after a while, just like they break apart and then they break apart and that's it.
Yeah.
So these guys were together forever.
So this was one of my earliest favorite tag teams. It was them they were at WCW at the time. It was them and the Rockers that I loved the most coming up. And that's how I ended up being such a Shawn Michaels fan, because when he went through his heel turn, I was there. I'm like, yo, I'm here from the beginning. I'm with it. Like, I don't care. He can turn bad. He's still my guy. And that's what happened with Shawn Michaels. But, yo, I used to love this tag team right here, too. Man, this was a fun-ass tag team.
Well, you got to give Ricky Morton, Robert, because no matter what, because back in the 80s, Dusty Rhodes got tired of Rock and Roll Express, got a lot of more acknowledgement than Dusty Rhodes, and they try to split them up, but Ricky has always stayed faithful to Robert Gibson. So Rock and Roll Express will always be, the team that always stood together.
And I liked all their matches against the Midnight Express as well.
Oh, definitely, especially I got to referee one match between Dennis Condrey and Bobby Eaton against Ricky Morton and Brad Thompson, another young kid. But back in Rome, probably about 2015, because for 20 years I always been chasing to referee Rock and Roll Express as a team. Yeah. And I always got to do single matches. Never as a team, and I got to referee one time on the still to this day. I got to referee Rock and Roll Express as a team.
That's awesome. Man.
Hell yeah.
Chris got those stories, boy.
He got them. Yo, Jake Tier. Told you. Jake Tier stories.
Yeah, you know him, man. Hey.
What up,
Hello. Man. Hello, Parker. How's that jet doing?
Number 20, Barry Windham.
Barry Windham.
Don't be hating on Barry.
My opinion of Barry Windham, he's probably one of the most overrated member of the Four Horsemen. I mean, that guy. Nobody not have to give Barry Windham a lot of credit. Then Barry Windham is damn good. I mean, and especially a funny gimmick that he did in WWF. They called him the Stalker. And then also the WCW, the West Texas Redneck. That was funny.
The West Texas Redneck.
But yeah, Barry Windham
is from West Texas. Automatically assume that's what he is.
Barry Windham. Barry Windham needs to go into a Hall of Fame.
I can dig it. I like Barry Windham.
What's up, on?
Hey, man, let me just jump in this thing, man. I seen Chris.
I thought it was Jake, but I'm like, once I seen the face, I knew it wasn't Jake. What's going on? How you doing? What's the word?
Man, had to jump in there, man. I was waiting for the intro. I was like, wait, man, Chris is on the show, man. I had to make sure I had to see it to believe it, man. Hey, look.
I thought you had hell.
I thought you had. Yeah, it's just down here. You got it.
And I wore me a Bengals jersey, man. What's that, Chris?
Yo, is that a Chase jersey?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Fuego. Yeah. I like that.
Hey, of course, I'm not gonna be able to outdo you with the Bengals gear, man.
Oh my God, Sting.
I Another guy that
Well, I mean, well, we told we got two big swole white guys on TV, man. Like, what is this, man?
It's
like
two
two
action
action
figures
figures
on
on here.
Hey, it's not what it looked like. I'm saying, like,
Right. I was like, pause.
another guy that you
right,
think,
man. Like,
hey, yo.
yeah, another guy that you think that would never make any money in wrestling, especially back in Mid South days, was Sting, and Ultimate Warrior was part of the Brave Runners, and everybody thought that Sting.
Chris gonna be back on in a second, man. Oh, he trying to be on the bottom.
Wait, Sting and Ultimate Warrior used to be together?
Yeah, they was a Warrior before. Basically they basically broke them up, and then Warrior went his own way to WWE. But those two started as him and Sting started as partners before Sting and Luger.
I want to tell people, like, that's a man. I didn't know that is wild, because Warrior is my guy. So like, and I like Sting too. That's crazy. I never heard that before. That's
you think this picture right here? Those two look crazy? Yeah. You know Warrior. You seen Warrior?
Yeah, no, I know. No, Warrior was a walking needle.
I was a fan of Warrior. Both those guys.
Yeah, Warrior was a walking needle, so I know he was jacked in the picture too.
So this part of the Ultimate Warrior was part of the Blade Runners tag team.
Yep.
Yeah.
With Rick Steiner as well.
Damn it, Cowboy Bill Watts organization in Louisiana, Mid South wrestling back in the 80s.
Okay.
The Brave Runners.
That's crazy.
There was Barry Green. Green means like wrestling terminology, means like inner spirits wrestler. Nobody didn't want to be in the ring with Sting or Ultimate Warrior. And then once they just split up, they made more money than ever. And now Sting is one of the.
You need to retire. He's still wrestling. Yeah. You need to retire.
Yeah, probably. He's like 70.
Crazy.
Yeah.
The Midnight Express.
You said what? What about the Midnight Express? Oh, that's the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just talking.
Man, about this is Stan Lane here, WWF Live.
I don't know how they're rated above the Rock and Roll Express though. I don't buy it.
I don't want to cry, but I become good friends with Bobby Eaton.
Hold on, Chris. Before I go
Bobby
on.
the Brain, right?
Hold on, Bobby Eaton. Who's his son?
Dylan Eaton.
Who's his son? I'll slap his son in the mouth. But for real, the Ian, and it's crazy because, like I said, I was in the wrestling groups for years. And
violence.
Dylan Eaton's fucking son is a fucking pain in the ass. Straight the hell up. But this tag team was fire, but his son was definitely kind of a lot of clout off his father's name and shit.
I have not met Stan, but I'm good friends with his girlfriend Marta, Marie. She lives in North Carolina. I'm good friends with her, and I always bug her like I do y'all. But can I meet Stan? And but Bobby Eaton, I tell you a funny story about Bobby Eaton. We had a 2-night tag team tournament, and they had me next to the ring with Bobby Eaton and Dennis Condrey, and tell you a funny story. During the middle of the night, I would like get out of my hotel room, and I would go to Bobby Eaton's and Dennis Condrey's next door, and knock on the door at 2:00 in the morning. Keep on saying housekeeping. And then on the third time that I finally got caught, Bobby came out there with a baseball bat, and I was trying to run back to my my room. My buddy of mine, Nightmare Ted Allen, slammed the door on me, and I hit my head
in the hallway.
Yeah, and I probably went back probably about 5 feet. And then the next day we went out to eat at a flea market, and it was me, Ted Allen, Seth Cruz, Ricky Morton, Bobby Eaton, and we went to the flea market, and Bobby Eaton bought this 20-pack of Double D batteries. It was only $1, and everybody was giving Bobby Eaton a lot of crap about, it ain't gonna work. And Bobby goes, yeah, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. It was $1. It's gonna work. I got 20 of them. Well, he tried every one of them. The damn batteries did not work, all of them. So I feel so bad about it. So we had like 3 hours to kill before that match that night. Well, I asked my buddy of mine to take me to Lowe's on the highway, and I went inside and bought Bobby Eaton some batteries. And
So broke
I
out his
just
son to buy him some batteries.
yeah, and I tried to go to Bobby Eaton's funeral, but my job at the time, you know how they got rules, you know, because if you're not really close to somebody, then they won't let you get off. And it
That's when
just
you
sucked.
call in sick.
Yeah, so I couldn't go to Bobby Eaton's funeral. I wish I did, but I love Bobby Eaton.
R.I.P. The
I
Honky
remember.
Tonk Man, number
Honky
17.
Tonk Man.
Oh, I got a funny story about this one.
Let's go.
Okay. In Nashville, Tennessee, it was the same night that I got cussed out by Terry Funk. Um, but during the intermission, um, Honky Tonk Man was looking for somebody. You know, before cell phones, I know there were cell phones at the time, but back in the day, those little Polaroid cameras, like back in the 80s, like you take a photo and the photo would come out, you know, right then and there.
Yep.
Okay. So,
Polaroids.
yeah, Polaroid. And Honky
I
Tonk
shake
Man,
that shit for 20 minutes.
Honky Tonk Man wanted somebody to take photos with him. So I said, I'll do it for you. Well, my dumb butt, I look inside of the thing, you know, when he was taking photos with, with fans charging $10, you know, $10 a piece at the time. And I thought it was really close up, you know, good. But when it came out, like 5 of them, it was a sorry ass job of mine. So I wasted $50 a bad picture of him. And Honky Tonk Man told me in Nashville, Tennessee, he goes, "You're fired, kid." And I said, "Here's your money." And I tried to give him $50. So here's your money for it. He goes, "No, don't worry about it, but you're still fired, kid."
Give you $50.
That's how I became a ref. Like, I got fired from being a photographer.
Yep.
That's funny.
On the Honky Tonk Man.
Number 16, Bruiser Brody.
Keep this real short because it breaks my heart the way that he was murdered. Because when you're in a locker room, we got that trust, you know, that trust, that love, the trust, and it's just sad that, you know, and the way that he was done, because everybody thought that, you know, wrestlers being stabbed ain't nothing, but he was really stabbed. But you got to give props to Tony Atlas for staying with the man, holding his hand when he was taking his last breath. So
what happened? I didn't know about this.
Really? A wrestler
poked up in the locker room.
Yeah.
By another wrestler?
Mm-hmm. Yep, by another wrestler. They got into the
that shit way too
down in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, down in Puerto Rico. They got into a like a bathroom stall, and there was disagreement, and the guy had a knife and Willie did some damage to Booger Bowley and cut him up. And Tony Atlas, I mean, you can probably go back and watch the Dark Side of the Ring and hear Tony Atlas' story about the whole incident. But yeah, and I'm good friends with his wife, Widow, on Facebook. But it just breaks my heart because, and another thing too, I don't know. I think you think it's the whip-off gimmick because WWE, WWF, whatever, did a back in the 90s of the Berserker gimmick, and I just think that was a whip-off of Bruiser Bowley.
Oh, Berserker, yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah.
So I just think that was a Bruiser Bowley whip-off.
That's unbelievable.
So, do you believe the So I saw this recently, like last week maybe. I know about the story, but I know about some additional details where was the Ric Flair? Somebody had went down there before, and I know it was really territorial then, and they told him to not come back. down there, and he went back down there, for another show with some other guys and whatnot. And they say that that's what the dispute came from.
So basically, it happened because of Rick.
I think it was Ric Flair. I think Ric Flair was Mitch talking about this. I think I watched the same thing you watched, Coach.
You know how many stories start with it's Rick's fault? Like that dude Ric Flair was a menace. I love it though.
Number 15, Kevin Sullivan.
Kev.
Yeah,
Man.
I don't know Kevin personally, but there was like a couple of local independent wrestling show that Kevin was a booker, and I remember a few times he asked. I don't see how he knows who I was, but there was a couple guys that told me that I was booked for this one wrestling show, and said that Kevin wanted me. So I appreciate that, Kevin, but I didn't think who the hell know who I am. But Kevin's a good guy, and he's got a lot of acknowledgement, and I still believe that he had nothing to do with this whole, Chris Benoit, Nancy,
yeah.
But everybody needs to leave. Yeah, everybody needs to leave Kevin alone because Kevin has took it personally and took it professionally, because when he got cheated on, he should have got really pissed off back in 95, 97, but he turned it into a storyline between him and Chris Benoit.
Oh, wow.
And those little matches at a Great American Badge, those they turn into money. You can turn to real life situation and make money.
Yeah.
So Kevin gave Chris Benoit some good push. I mean, but Kevin, another guy that should go into a Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Kevin, great. Early. If I didn't follow Kevin in the 80s, going in the 90s, but nah, Kevin was a dog. I seen him in his later days, like you said, in WCW, where he was more jobbing, just another guy.
Right.
His success, if you look it up through the archives, dude, solid. You're great assets to the business, definitely.
Now, number 14 is one of my favorite tag teams of all time. Can't talk about the Von Erichs and not mention the Fabulous
Freebirds.
Yeah.
The ropes kill me, I swear.
Michael Haynes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I never met Terry. I never met them. I only met Michael PSA probably about one time. Me and my buddy, my brother from another mother again, we was coming down for WrestleMania 24, and I saw Michael Hayes walking, and I yell out, "Michael Hayes!" And he goes, "Michael Hayes, Michael Hayes." He said, "How you doing, kid?" So I saw him, and but I know I'm good for. I wrestled a lot of his indie matches. Ray Gordy, Terry Gordy's son, and then he went to WWE. That Festno, that whatever that damn gimmick, that country cornbread gimmick, that his son was doing. But Michael Hayes, if y'all get a chance, go back on WWE Peacock and watch the Hall of Fame ceremony. They put the freeboards. There was a damn good story Michael Hayes told about them at the freeboards being shot at a bar, and because Terry Gordy, they was getting shot at. They was leaving. The guy would go boom, 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 and being shot. And Terry Gordy go, and Michael Hayes goes, "What in the hell are you laughing about?" And Terry Gordy goes, "'Cause he missed."
Shit. You better be out. Won't you laugh? Shit. Listen.
So Terry, the freeboards got some damn good stories. This is so much fun tonight.
I know, this is great. I love all the information. It's great.
The Junkyard Dog.
Oh my God, the motherfucking Junkyard motherfucking dog. Worst mistake he made to me before we go into it was leaving where he was beloved.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you want to go to Vince and the money, but shit, man, what a way, man. What a way the way he left that company, man. You know, all the stuff that was going on. They're saying that the owner was racist, basically saying that this word, you know, can't do without me and stuff like that. And Junkyard, I heard that, and he bounced to the WWE. But at the end of the day, Vince did him dirty.
Same for me, mama. This is crazy.
Junkyard Dog. I met him probably about as a kid 2 times at a local wrestling show, but I agree with the stories that he did, you know, way he left. But you know, it's a business. It's like today. If you don't happy at your job, you go to another job. You know, so and then also, you know, it's just sad that on his way to his daughter's graduation, about a week after that ECW incident with New Jack.
Oh yeah.
But Junkyard Dog, you know, got killed in a car wreck. Coming home from his daughter's graduation, he slipped out the wheel.
Shit is crazy, man.
That's rough.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Number 12.
Number 12, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Steamboat, let's go.
Yo, be real. Was he Asian?
No.
Okay. I think he was overrated, but I didn't want to say overrated Asian. But I was overrated.
Damn.
To me, I feel like I didn't get to see the early him. Like you see, you know, me personally, just growing up, you know, YouTube flicks and all that stuff. That don't tell the story. You know what I'm saying? But I always thought that, you know, he just pushed for certain reasons. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just bugging.
I mean, look, if we're talking about timing wise, yes, it's right around the time you can catch the light from the Bruce Lee wave. So yeah, probably not wrong.
Yeah, but I think most of his claim to fame was the big rivalry that he had with Jake the Snake.
Yeah.
Yes, and then and just my personal opinion. I don't care what that's just my opinion. But him against Randy Savage, WrestleMania 3, there will never be a match like that again.
Wow,
that's true.
I gotta go back and watch
and then
that.
also
the build up to that match. The build to the match was crazier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He basically choked him out. Like, like he did. Macho was crazy too, but nah. I mean, Ricky definitely that WrestleMania 3 matchup. That like I said, that's what I remember him by. I remember him by that. Okay. And it's like you watch the videos, but I still feel the same about him. But in that match, they put on. Mm-hmm. Whoever choreographed that match, that match was A-okay to me.
I think his biggest influence was not the storytelling part of it or the character that he portrayed, but he was a very technical wrestler.
Yeah.
I don't know what his background was. If he,
Dean Malenko-ish.
Yeah.
Dean Malenko, the man of 1,000 moves.
Uh-huh.
Well, Chris Jericho says, I know 1,004.
Jericho's an asshole. I love it.
Now, this next guy, he's one of my all-time favorites, and to this day, I still reference him in some form of fashion in casual conversation. The $1 Million Man, Ted
I'm telling you, WWF, WWE wrestlers changed people's lives. You know what I'm saying? Like the way you go about everything, like the fucking money, man. The fucking money. He had a butler. My man had a butler.
He did.
Was it Virgil?
Virgil's still out here to this day trying to get $60 for an autograph when his autograph's worth 10. He sits at his own table at conventions, even when he's not even part of the convention, and try to make money. And he likes the Olive Garden, he says. But nah, $1 Million Man, dog, definitely, man. Hey, never held the championship belt, but his belt that he held made him a champion in his own, man. My first idea for what money meant was the $1 Million Man, and to have some type of money. You know, I had $5 and I thought I was the $1 Million Man.
Everybody's got that pride. So
I probably reference him at least once a month. Next guy, we talking about influence. He's very influential. Number 10, Andre the Giant.
Andre.
He's 10? That's wild. My man was in movies. How is that not influential? That crossed over the line.
I think in terms of, I mean, obviously he made his millions and he went around the globe, and definitely. But I feel like as time went, especially in the 80s, and you kind of knew, kind of his situation and saying reasons why he was having 2-minute matches and stuff. That kind of bugged people as the new wrestlers were coming up, with more, we'll say, stardom, and they're not freakish like him at 7'6".
All I know is this: the best of the best in a couple eras, just following his blueprint. I'm gonna be a movie star. He laid the groundwork for that, man. That's crazy.
He laid the groundwork for guys like Hulk and Roddy, and you know what I'm saying. I remember like it's yesterday, man. Like
Batista, like guys who get to cross over into the ring.
Robbie Heenan had Andre turn on Hulk, man. I still cry when I see that, man.
Yeah, that was wild.
He ripped the chain off. How you rip? Hold on. You ripped Hogan's chain off, though?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I thought Hogan was immortal. I mean,
he still Hogan body slammed him.
But I just want everybody to know that correctly that Hogan against Andre has happened a million times more than
they had it. Right.
Yeah.
They fought mad times. He was trying to make Hogan the man. Like, he was squeezing Hogan to be that guy.
Yeah.
He wanted Hogan to be that guy. So he's like a big bro. Big bro to Hogan. Like, he knew you had the promise and all that. You just got to, keep pushing. And Hogan kept pushing. People thought Hogan was just fed and just given to it on the silver platter. He wasn't. Hogan was another one of those guys. And I'm sorry I'm talking about Hogan, but another inexperienced guy. Like, Andre kept him in check. Made sure he stayed in check. So Andre, honestly, and I think another reason why it's in, because a lot of people think of him more as a pioneer than like a wrestler. Because a lot of people didn't see that in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? What he can do athletically.
By the time the 80s came around, he was starting to dwindle down.
Right.
And I didn't realize until maybe about 2 or 3 months ago, he played the Sasquatch in the $1 Million Man movie.
I wonder what he would think of Hogan now.
I think him and Hogan will be friends to the motherfucking end, man. I feel like you lose, huh?
I don't know, bro. Hogan's a racist.
I mean, yeah. Hogan, you ratted on my man Jesse Ventura.
Some things you can't forgive.
He said Jesse Ventura selling the drugs in the locker room, dog. But yeah, man.
Hey, they ain't nothing funny than Hulk Hogan. Everybody can think he's racist, but it ain't nothing more funnier than Booker T accidentally called him Hulk Hogan the N-word on a live show.
No, that was
on the Mean Gene interview.
Yeah. And you can see he was so into it that he said it and he was like, "Fuck."
But no, I'll be real. No, we're chopping it up, so I'm gonna be real. We won't say a lot of people, but some people, mine, like Booker T said it.
Yeah.
If they can say it and not get in trouble for it, a lot of people will probably call Hogan the same shit. Real talk.
And then Vince McMahon say it to John Cena's face as Vince McMahon was walking by Booker T.
Oh, that's wild.
And then he said, did he just say that? Years and years later. Like, yeah, Vince is the man with picking up shit like that.
That's crazy.
Crazy as hell, man. Definitely. But Dre, rest in peace to you, man. I heard you could chug like 40 beers in one setting.
I read somewhere he went through like all right, this is obviously like, it's probably a folk tale, but like they said on a crazy, like a long flight, he did like 170.
Crazy. Like he used to drink kegs. He used to drink eggs at the bar.
Down, like an actual giant. It's crazy.
I know that those freaking beer cans look like thimbles in his hands.
Oh yeah, they look like crazy. Yeah, look at a sippy cup.
Oh, this guy's high on this guy. This guy is
Anderson
at 9.
You think that's too high for him?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
To me.
In terms of influence, a little bit. His technical wrestling, though, is like, it built a lot. Like, not built, but so many people learned how to be a technical wrestler through watching and learning from Arn Anderson.
But he definitely has some. He definitely has some skill in the ring. And
yeah,
the
so
spine.
he definitely had skill. Yeah.
They call what's his move?
The spine buster.
The spine buster is fire.
Yeah.
He was one of the 4 horsemen, right?
The other one's The other one's Tully Blanchard, right?
Yeah, and his daughter's racist as hell too. She can't get a job.
Arn Anderson.
Arn Anderson's niece is a racist.
My grandmother had some choice words at times.
On, man. I'm telling you, man, wrestling, this is what it does, man. When you bring back the retro and the nostalgia, it's crazy. It gets crazy.
It's wild.
Number 8, Tiger Mask.
Tiger Mask, whoa! Now, like I said, this is where wrestling goes, and wrestling's been like this. But now, this is the difference in wrestling now. You're seeing a lot of this shit now, where they're showing love a lot to the not the indie circuit, but the international circuit. Tiger Mask is that dude.
Who was the Mask?
I think it was Eddie Guerrero one time.
Holy shit!
Guy that fought in Japan, man. The dude's a beast. Did Eddie play him?
Yeah, he just said he thinks Eddie did it for a little while. You know how them things go, like
you know how the things go. You go like Dunk the Clowns, like you got 7 of them.
Yeah, right.
Not disrespecting Eddie Guerrero, he was no Dunk the Clown, but
even the Undertaker had a different guy at one point.
Oh, that he had one of the Jacob brothers fighting him in '94.
Because you can always tell the one that got Sarah on his. That's the one you gotta look for.
Now he married to Michelle.
Sarah's still saying it there though. It's still
now, for number 7, I think didn't he have some racist accusations as well? Roddy Piper.
Probably. I mean,
my opinion, Roddy is not a racist person, but I mean, WrestleMania 6. I mean, when he wrestled Van News Brown. I mean, what can you tone that? I mean, what can you do a storyline? I mean,
because he came blackface. He came half white, half black, right?
Oh,
you had to do something. I mean, you had to do something to get people's interest in that.
Did not do that today.
No. Roddy was the guy that with this dude slapping Hawaiians with a coconut, like shit like that. Like they would pin him to do it. He's like, okay, well, I'll do it.
Yeah, he did all the edgy stuff. He just couldn't exist as he was now. Like he couldn't be out here now.
If anybody at Jimmy Snooker's religion seen him today, if he was alive, or slapping him with that coconut,
yeah, that was wild.
Listen here.
I'm surprised Jimmy didn't run down on him in the locker room for that. That was crazy.
Because Jimmy was a wild man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But also, that's
Jimmy got a murder count. You got a murder. Hey, Hot Rod was a beast.
The Maniac love you. By the way, this right here, Coach, the Maniac. So this is Roddy Piper when he was on Always Sunny. If you haven't seen those, you should catch them.
Oh yeah, I gotta watch. I gotta YouTube. Yeah. I gotta watch something because I never even knew that shit.
Yeah, Piper was on Always Sunny. He's a fool in that.
The best thing about Hulk Hogan is his fine ass daughter Brooke.
Hey, I agree. That man's terrible, but his daughter, yeah, she's legit.
Hey man,
that was But Hulk Hogan, I'm a big mark for Hogan.
You a mark?
And also,
he said I'm a mark for Hogan. That's great.
And also,
Chinese hair in the skin of a hot dog.
Yeah, WrestleMania 9, my birthday. I got to have WrestleMania 9 on April 4, 1993. Hulk Hogan won the belt on my birthday.
The worst WrestleMania fucking ever. The worst one besides 11 that was in Hartford, Connecticut. The worst. Because how you take the fucking strap of my man Brett to give it to Hogan, and then Hogan don't want to do the condolences and give the belt back to Brett. He want to do all this extra shit. But other than that, Hulk Hogan was a good guy to me. I like Hogan.
I don't know. You sound like you were.
Nah, I'm Brett guy.
You got hate for him,
like people like, and it's the thing. Like Hulk was box office. Hulk had the muscle. He was that guy. Box office. Brett was like a wrestler. Like
Yeah,
he was an actual wrestler.
Yeah.
So I would just think at any point, like, damn, you're not gonna give the title to a wrestler? You want to give the title to a fucking 500-pounder with fucking cheese?
Yeah, you gotta give
that couldn't even keep up. And then eventually,
American, fight for our rights, American.
Well, you know, the wrestling history, that music that Hulk Hogan was not really his at first. It was Barry
IRS's, right?
Yeah, Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda, WWF's music, and then Hulk Hogan, they gave it to Hogan. And Hogan ran with that music.
Oh, so he just steals everything, huh?
Another mark. They took it from the mark, Barry Windham.
Oh, leave Windham alone. Barry gets a bad rap.
And Mike Rotunda known as IRS.
Yeah. I remember the IRS.
You're going to pay your taxes.
Yeah, screw the taxes.
Now, I'm probably dating myself a little bit. I remember when Hulkster first stepped on the scene before, as far as going nationwide.
Yeah.
I did a interview on him on the show called PM Magazine. I was probably about the second or third grade. And I was like, that dude looks like he can wrestle pretty good. So it's been a while, man.
Yeah.
Man, I'm an old ass dude.
I mean, we all sitting here talking about Hogan when we watched him, so obviously it's dated.
He's been around a while.
My man's still getting $400. He's still getting $400 for an 8x10 autograph. That nigga's the man. That nigga is the man. I said it. Hulk Hogan, that nigga, and I don't mean he's a nigga, but in my toes, in my guy, Hulk Hogan's that dude.
How much?
Booker T, I love you.
Jake the Snake Roberts.
Jake the Snake, man. I'm sad that he didn't get a I'm sad he didn't get a title match. I'm sad that Warrior did what he did because Jake was next up. Jake was a great wrestler, great in-ring wrestler. This storyline, great overall guy. Like, you want guys like that to win, man. Unfortunately, his demons, continue to crawl with him, the addictions and things like that. Remember when Jerry the King Lawler at the 96 SummerSlam had a bunch of fucking whiskeys?
Yeah.
All whiskeys and was literally about to have him drink the shit in the ring? Like, crazy as hell.
Yo, didn't Diamond Dallas Page help Jake out though?
Diamond Dallas Page helped a few wrestlers out. He has the DDP yoga, so a lot of.
I know the yoga, but I think Jake was one of the Jake the Snake is one of the ones that he really like.
He was the first one. He was the first one that he really got into.
It was hard too. It was hard.
Change his life.
Yep.
And in 2005, I think it was, at a show in Georgia, I run out there. It was a small independent show with Jake the Snake Roberts against WCW Bunkhouse Buck, and I run out there to try to tell the referee that Bunkhouse cheated, and Buck he ducked, and because Jake was trying to put that snake on Bunkhouse Bunk, well, I'll be damned. There was no acting job, but I got to put.
Snake.
They put the snake on me.
You got Damien on you? You a legend, dog.
There was
I think they killed Damien. Did Earthquake kill Damien in the 90s?
I didn't last 5 seconds. I didn't last 5 seconds. That snake. I got out of that range.
Was it Damien though, or did Earthquake kill Damien? Was it before Earthquake killed him? Or was it after Earthquake killed him?
After.
So a different snake.
Yeah, you get a different snake every town. I mean, who wants to carry that shit every night?
He carried him in a potato sack too, so it was wild.
Hogan had swag, man. Jake, don't come up here and talk about your Hogan. Give me, Hogan, living legend.
I'm with Jake. Fuck Hogan.
He made you take your vitamins, Jake. Say your prayers and drink milk.
Warrior did that.
You know what I'm talking about, Mean Gene.
We talking about Mean Gene. We got the millions and millions of the fucking maniacs.
36-inch pythons.
Number 4.
Oh, but Jake, man, shout out to Jake, man. Hey, number 4, crazy. Oh,
Animal.
But I just learned something new that, like, basically, even though they were called the Blade Runners, like, Sting and Warrior were basically them before them.
No. The fucking Road Warrior has been around since
I
like
know
this.
they've been around for a while, but the picture that I saw of Sting and Warrior was like in black and white.
No,
No.
The Warriors was false because back in 83, Animal was part of World Championship Wrestling or Georgia Championship Wrestling, and then Hawk was in Canada doing some kind of gimmick, and Ole Anderson was at a bar, and they saw Ole Anderson saw dollar signs. He goes, "You know what? Let's put them together as a team." So, Animal Hawk was the force.
Nice.
They were fire internationally. All that.
I remember them way back too. It's crazy.
Yep, in the days, and then they had them running WWF, WCW. Yeah. Then they came back to WWF, and then you started to realize that Hawk had a fucking real problem. Crazy.
Hawk's problem.
Hawk's problem. He fucking alcoholic, all that shit. He just dealt with demons. But Animal, a few years before he passed away, I was working at a wing spot in Fall River. Shout out to Boneheads. They're not open no more, but best place for wings I've ever had in my life. From bone-in to wingless in like 110 different flavors. But anyway, I'm in a restaurant one night. I'm working, and this guy comes into the bar. He goes to sit at the bar. Now, I'm probably like 60 yards away. Mm-hmm. I see him, and I'm looking at him like, yo, that look like somebody I know. I walk up now I'm about 35 away, and I'm like, yo, that's fucking Animal from Legion of Doom. I know for sure. So I'm like, a lot of the people at my job were young. Yeah. So I'm like, yo, that's Animal from Legion of Doom. And they're looking at me like, nigga, you high? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you telling me this? And then one guy that worked in the kitchen. This before I was a cook, I was still doing other shit in restaurant life. And I asked him, I said, yo, you watch wrestling? You know Animal from the Legion of Doom? He said, no way! That's not him, no way! And then we both went to him. Was like, yo, you're Animal from Legion of Doom, right? He's like, yep. And he was up there for a show. And you know how to get a picture with him. So I was, you know what I'm saying? So me, my homie, and Animal took a picture with us. So that was dope.
That's what's up. Right. Animal. He had the weirdest paint. He's got a spider on his forehead. Like, what is he doing? Yeah.
Well, Mean Gene.
Now, Animal, is he the one whose son played for the Rams?
He played He was a book guy too.
James Laurinaitis.
Ohio State with AJ Hawk, right?
Yep.
James Laurinaitis.
Yep. And then he got a brother that messes still with the business and stuff like that, or something like that. But yeah, man, Road Warriors was fire, dog. Tag team, spikes, all that stuff, man. One of my favorite matches of them too. It was kind of like, kind of in not the end of the era for them, but WrestleMania 13 when they fought the Nation and Domination in the street fight, and I guess they had Ahmed Johnson as their partner. That was fire.
Yeah. They had
WrestleMania 13.
Go ahead, Chris. My fault.
Go ahead. WrestleMania 13, Chicago, Illinois, Chicago Street Fight.
Yep, fire. One of my favorite WrestleManias too, in terms of the match, a couple matches that made it. But yeah, man.
Number 3,
we got.
Get ready.
Woo!
And we're doing it better than anybody else alive. Now, Buddy Landell, it's so hard for me to sit back here in this studio looking at a guy out here hollering my name. When last year I spent more money on Phil Liquor and bars from one side of this world to the other than you made. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, limousine riding.
It's a kid stealing.
Son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down.
The Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
That's the first white pimp.
Yeah, and also there was this thing on YouTube back in Georgia days. Ricky Morton, they was about to do a storyline between him and Ricky Morton, and Ric Flair gave from a live audience gave Ricky Morton a training bra. You know, the training bra. You know.
Yeah.
And they did like an interview, and Ric Flair goes, "I like those big girls, but Ricky Morton, you like those little teeny weeny girls."
Oh, crazy.
and gave Ricky Morton a training bra.
Well, Rick was just recently in the social media, and basically in the news for comments that he made at an AEW event, basically saying if you're 18 years old and up, you know what I'm saying, come for the ride.
Wow.
Yeah,
I can't hide it.
I mean, I know Rick loves his business and he would die for this business, but I just wish he would just sit back, spend more time with his family, and just, you know, because he don't need money.
This is the thing. I blame, no bullshit, I blame the world for this. And I say the same thing, Chris. I think Ric Flair should be sitting his old ass down. But when you have the world and the media who are still on you still to this day, and then you get new generation people that, oh snap, this is who he was, and then you making weed strains out for him and all that, keeping him cool. We're gonna stay the same until we can't stay the same no more.
That you might be right. That might play a role. That might play a role for sure. But what I'll say about from everything that I know about Rick, man, it didn't matter what he was doing. He was gonna overdo it. That's just who he is. It's like an addictive, obsessive personality with whatever he gets into. And that's like hearing him on the Rogan podcast. He was just talking about he's talking about how he was almost dead multiple times because of the drinking, and he was just like, yeah, and I'm going out after this.
Right, like I'm living like I'm live by the gun, die by the gun. Fuck it, like you gonna just ride out, you know. But shout out to his daughter as well. Shout out to Charlotte Flair. That's the legend, women's division. Shout out to Charlotte.
But I tell you a funny story. Is I was back in the 80s wrestling, and I was around Ric Flair, I would be begging him, hey, you know, just like they say, you know, like Ric Flair say, 18, 28, no girlfriend. Excuse me, no boyfriend, no husband. And at the closure time, somebody's got to take somebody home. So I'll be like, Ric Flair, is there any fat girls that you don't want? Give it to me.
He's stupid. That's hilarious.
So
maybe it's best that you didn't hang out with Rick, huh?
I just wish I was part of the wrestling business at that time. But I'll be like, hey, Rick, is there any females you don't want? Give it to me.
Yeah, that's the problem with Rick. There wasn't a female he didn't want.
He took them all home.
He took them
He's
all.
the Wilt Chamberlain. He was Wilt Chamberlain of wrestling.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Okay, so before we reveal 1 and 2, any ideas that anybody want to throw out to be the top?
Yeah, it's gonna be obviously. I really feel
probably Randy Savage.
Austin's gonna be up there.
Who's that?
Macho Man, and Macho Man and fucking.
I say Stone Cold.
80s. No.
I forgot it's only 80s. So if it's 80s, then damn, how is Rick not number 1?
Right.
That's crazy.
Oh, this is most influential wrestler of the 80s.
Randy Savage is definitely 1 or 2, and I'm trying to think of somebody else. It can't be Warrior.
I don't think it's Warrior, even though I love.
Warrior. Sting's on the list, so Warrior more than likely probably on the list. If Warrior's not on the list, I respect it.
That's true.
Anyway, but we gonna go to it.
Yeah, let's go. I got. Hey, I say Warrior's definitely got to be up there now.
All right.
It's crazy. 2. Rick should be number 1.
Number 2? Yeah, I thought he would be number 1 too.
I would like to thank the many fans throughout this country. That road card the American dream.
Right away, too.
He did.
Secondly, I want to thank Jim Crockett Promotions for winning the taking it down because I know how important it was. Ric Flair, the world's heavyweight champion. I don't have to say a lot more about the way I feel about Ric Flair. No respect, no honor. They no honor. In the first place, he put hard times on Dusty Rhodes and his family. You don't know what hard times are, Daddy. Hard times are when the textile workers around this country are out of work. They got 4 or 5 kids and can't pay their wages, can't buy their food. Hard times are when the auto workers are and they tell them go home. And hard times are when a man has worked at a job 30 years. They give him a watch, kick him in the butt, and say, hey,
sounds like Hard Rock Cafe to me.
Yo, he took it to the streets. He brought like the struggle out from outside. He brought the struggle.
His interest
Real
theme,
life.
his WWF interest theme is one of my favorite interest themes.
Yeah.
No bullshit.
Yeah.
And it was like Dusty, but like you working man, dog. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
So
that's what Dusty was, man.
I was always a small, little, agile, quick, fast dude. So I like all those type of wrestlers for the most part. He was the exception though. Like I didn't care how he wrestled, how he looked. He just had so much like the accent, the swag, and his ability. That's that shit.
Gotta stop it.
Working hard, man. Working hard for the man.
Man, you know, he was known to have a hell of a jumper.
He could shoot.
Oh yeah, on the court.
He wet with it.
Oh, I'm even more of a fan. That's crazy.
And they got some YouTube highlights. I think there was something swirling around like years ago.
Wasn't he in one of the Rockin' Jocks?
That's wild.
Yep.
Back in the day
He
on
definitely
MTV?
was. Oh, MTV, the throwback shit. Yep. Dusty, I'm telling you, dog. Dusty was a cool mouth. Like Rick, like these guys, like that's what they was them. Like that's just what they was. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like bad motherfucker right there, man.
And I think
his wrestling can go fucking down south. But
there's something else that you don't know.
overall, you don't have to be a wrestler to be one of the greats. You don't have to be like a real, like you have to be an elite wrestler.
Now
You have to have all this stuff put together. Dusty had all that shit put together.
Yeah, ring presence
and everything. Yeah, ring presence and his ability.
In 2004, Dusty used to run his local wrestling show in Georgia called Tom Buckle Championship Wrestling, and that's when he put his son Cody. Cody's first job in wrestling was being a referee. So I bet everybody didn't know that. Cody used to be a referee.
Wow, that's crazy. I could believe it though. You know, they had Shane at like 13, 14 being the muscles when wrestlers got in arguments. Shane was the one like breaking them up. Like, hey, you got to pay your dues, man. You got to pay your dues. Daddy was making sure that he paid the dues, but I think Goldust is still the best Rose. Stop.
And then we got number 1.
Anything about the Macho Man?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because it's mind-boggling to you. Could make it to the top of the World Wrestling Federation mountain, yeah, all by myself. No pukesters helping me to the left, and no pukesters helping me to the right. Didn't need them then, don't need them now.
Yo, somebody tell me, how is there any cocaine left?
Hold on, give me more meat.
Give me another one, brother. Line me up.
Yeah.
Snap it to a Slim Jim.
And I don't care what anybody thinks, but it's just my opinion.
Yeah.
But all the years that when SummerSlam '91, and then all the years that WWE tried to redo the wedding gimmick storyline, there would never be the charisma and the crying as a fan. Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth, there would never be something like that again.
Never.
I agree.
Never.
And there's still some other great wrestlers, but Randy, in terms of a character, I think is unparalleled.
Randy, in terms of the character, was a bad man. And actually,
Generational.
you don't know, Randy was a top baseball player.
Yep.
That's
I
crazy.
believe Randy played professional baseball.
He did.
Yeah,
Correct.
he did.
Yeah,
And they even made a
Cardinals.
baseball card. You can find, well, I don't know what you want to trust. people put stuff on eBay that much, but you can find baseball card of him on eBay.
Macho Man was the motherfucking man, dog. The style, the wear, like this is where people get it from, man. The Macho Man. I tell you, a lot of people get their swag and style and color tree from the WWF, WWE.
His brother, the genius, Lanny Poffo, so oh shit, they will never be Randy Savage.
And they both passed away. Rest in peace to both of them. Crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, Lenny just passed away this year in February.
Yep. And it's crazy because, like I said, man, being in the wrestling community, man, you see him on private signings every week, and it sucks that because he always used to talk about his brother. No matter what the situation was, he always mentioned bro, always. You know what I'm saying? So even if Macho's not here, you know what I'm saying, you always know you brung his ass up, man. But it sucks, man. But this man right here, when it comes to breaking barriers and wrestling and the WWF, because at the time that's where you felt like mainstream was. He did it.
His dad was wrestling
on his belt, put the championship on his face. He did it twice.
Angela.
Peace.
Yeah, Angela Poffo.
Bought his wife, and this is the thing right here. I'm gonna speak on it real quick. People say, hey, your wife your wife, you know what I'm saying, she's with you. But Macho did something that nobody was doing. Bringing your lady front stream because the company wanted her and they felt like they make dollars off her. And eventually, getting into a situation where wrestling's kind of why you broke up. Yeah. And then seeing her die in the hands of a wrestler, basically, and Lex Luger when Elizabeth lost her life.
Is that what happened? Wait, I forgot how that happened.
So basically, they was in the house. They drugged up together, blah, blah, blah. She drugged up too much. She ended up falling asleep and not waking up. It was at Lex's crib. Lex wasn't basically telling her, like, yo, you pretty girl, don't do drugs. He just like, I'm turning up, you turn up too. You want to turn up, I'll turn up. You know what I'm saying? And literally,
turn up.
Yeah, turn up.
That's unfortunate.
Unfortunate for her, yeah, man. But Elizabeth was feeling like Macho wasn't really giving her space like that. She was, what I'm saying, Macho was telling her you can't go here, can't go there, don't chill with Hulk in them no more, shit like that. But that's how much he was invested in his wife. People call that control and all that shit. But at times it's like, shit, the way what we see in this fucking world now, Joe Smith's wife fucking going out here, only feeling all that shit. You gotta keep motherfuckers close, man. Shit. Listen here. I'll be damned. That's my rant.
Says she died from acute toxicity with a mix of painkillers and vodka.
And that's what Lex was doing, dog. Painkiller.
After the elbow injury, right?
Yep, after the elbow injury. And now you look at Lex now. Go look at a picture of Lex now.
I'll do that. Hold on.
Go look at a picture of Hulk Hogan, and then go look at a picture of Lex Luger.
Is Lex look as bad as what's my man name?
Oh shit! I got you. Hold on. I'm gonna get it up. I'm gonna pull it up before you even.
Is he looking like Lee Haney?
Shit, yeah. Looking like Haney Lee.
He looking like the corpse of whoever you just said.
Tales from the Crypt vibes.
And this is being nice to him. Oof.
Damn.
Yeah. And then going great for Lex.
Nah.
This is what he used to look like. He was chiseled. Yeah.
He looked like number 10.
Him and Rick Rude were running neck and neck. For his physique.
Ravisher, yeah.
Oh, fucking Ravisher was a monster, yo.
Yeah.
Ravisher was a dog. He used to carry the gun all in the clip, taking pictures all with the gun. Like, come fuck with me. Yeah, Rick Rude was.
But to be fair, like in his prime, he was basically what every wrestler's aiming for in terms of physique.
Physique, right?
Yeah, like he.
And he had the ladies. He had the physique for the ladies. The ladies loved it. You sweat hogs, right? You Boston matches and sweat hogs.
Culture rack.
Oh yeah, Lex Luger. Yeah,
and then he had that run where like I don't know if he actually got the injury, but they said he did, and they said he had a metal plate in his arm. So his other move was just
The metal plate's been there for a grip. It's been there for a grip. He fucked his elbow up mad long ago. Yeah. But as you keep going on and as high as you going, you eventually get fucked up.
Yeah. That's crazy, though. Oh, this has been a trip down memory lane. And now we can I'll save my topic for next week.
Like the Macho Man. Ooh, yeah! Real talk, man. Hey, Chris, man, you made it, man. You made it.
Got your 15 minutes, man. And it was really 2 hours.
And you went Jake on us.
He did. Nah, he killed it, though. He had information. He was like a
wrestling Wikipedia. About the 15-minute, boy. You better be worried about New England in about 15 minutes.
Absolutely.
Ain't nothing to worry about. My team is terrible, man.
Hey, man, so we end this night usually with shout outs. Chris, any shout outs you got tonight? You want to give a shout out to anybody?
No, I just want to give a shout out. Thank y'all for having me on. And I just can't wait to January the 13th to get my second Hall of Fame award. I put a lot of time. I put a lot of time and energy in it. And I just wish that my brother from another mother. I just wish my brother from another mother would be there in person. But you know, whatever happens, you know.
For him, man.
So yeah, I appreciate everybody. Let me,
life lives on through you, man. His life gonna live on through you, man. And you set a great, standard. You know what I'm saying? You're a great guy, and you go overcome this, and he's always gonna be there by your side, man. Rather dead or not. Feel me?
Most importantly, he'll be there with the stories you tell, and the stories you tell are great. So keep telling them.
Yeah, I push. I miss him.
I know it's so recent, you know what I'm saying? Definitely not saying, you can blur that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But in all, man, with you being positive daily and rolling with guys like us, you know what I'm saying? You overcome.
Absolutely. And we appreciate you coming on, man. You were great tonight. Absolutely great. Like literally a wrestling Wikipedia. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I keep it PG, did I?
You did perfect.
Absolutely.
So hey, Chris, I'll put it like this, Chris. You did great. You did excellent, man. Like it over exceeded what we thought. So this could be somebody that's probably, I don't know, you probably been on the YouTube StreamYard service before, talking up with guys, stuff like that. But some people you can see when they first come on, you can see the sweating coming down their face. Or, they scared or something like that. You felt like a real professional, man. And, you was answering questions and, you know what I'm saying? And it's good to have your voice here, man. Usually we want our guys to have voices and their voices be heard. So, shout out.
Oh, yeah.
Over me and Will's loud ass mouse, you got some talking. So, at the end of the day, you really succeeded.
Yeah, if you shut either one of us down, that's a win.
But shout out to everybody tuned in tonight, man. Always appreciate it. Remember, like, share, and subscribe on all platforms, man. STWF TV. We're about to get real big in the YouTube industry, man. So be on the lookout for that in 2024 as we continue to make moves to your TV screen.
Right. What he said.
Mm-hmm. Take us out, too.
I'm going to take y'all out tonight. I'm not going to Sammy Sosa it tonight.
Nah, we going
do real talk. All right, I'll do the Sammy Sosa for Sammy Sosa, baby. But nah, real talk, this man, number one fan, dog. Real talk, and this is not. I'll say emotional because we do this. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We don't ask for donation. We don't get a paycheck. We don't get none of that. You know what I'm saying? So to see that we are touching people in this world, you know what I'm saying? Touching people, that want to be cool with us and want to be on our shows and want to support us daily, even in our down days, even if it's a fucking horrible post that we post or a horrible saying or whatever. Chris is there, man. So I want to give a shout out to him one more time, man. No bullshit for coming on, man, and riding the wave with us tonight. Woo! Sammy Sosa!
Find this podcast and others on STWF TV, the podcasting network, wherever you get podcasts.